All right, gang, we're back with our CrossFit and at-home Metcon for Monday, June 14th. 8-minute AMRAP today. Dumbbell complex all on your right hand, a dumbbell complex all on your left hand, and then you'll finish each round with 15 tuck-ups. We're continuing our hinge and midline focus today, so we're going to be hinging in a few different stances and hitting some different angles, as well as working our core in this Metcon. First part of our dumbbell complex, 5 suitcase deadlifts. So feet hip width, toes straight forward, tapping just the front head of this bell right up here by your toe, but that should keep your wrist back here by your leg. On this movement, make sure we're square to the ground, and one of the things that you can do to help with that is use this other hand and hold it down so that it stays even with the loaded hand. If we're rolling, you'll notice this hand is getting up quite a bit higher. So hands even, back flat, push your feet through the ground, squeeze your butt, stand tall. We'll go 5. Suitcase deadlift, keep your knees and hips back as well. Don't let them come forward because that's what helps us keep a flat back and helps us keep our backside loaded up. After those 5 suitcase deadlifts, you'll step into 5 lateral deadlifts. So stepping towards the outstretched hand. The trailing leg should stay nice and long. Toes are going to stay straight forward. And then down here in the bottom, we're looking at the ground and our chest is over top of the weight. So we don't want to make this a squat. We're not getting deep with our hips. Hips are about halfway between knee and shoulder. Stand all the way back up tall into this suitcase position. Step back out. Tap both heads of the dumbbell on this movement. From there, we'll step out to a shoulder width stance and we'll go into our hang power clean. Hinging just a couple inches, jumping with a long arm so that we're not using all arm, catching in a small squat, and then standing up tall, load right back down into that hinge, catch, hinge, catch. Keep that dumbbell close to you. Try not to swing it out like a kettlebell swing. After that, you'll switch over to the other hand and we'll do 5 reps of each movement on side 2. And then we'll finish each round with those 15 tuck-ups. On tuck-ups, mastering your starting position is probably the hardest part, and that's the long arm, long leg, hollow body. So hands and feet are just a handful of inches off the ground, but we're squeezing down tight so that our low back stays in contact with the ground. From here, it's a fast, explosive motion to get to the top, and you should reach this midpoint balance where your shoulders are as high as your knees, feet and knees are as close together as you can keep them, and then hands stay off the legs and ground. Keep your heels close to the ground as you reach back out, fire up, find that balanced position for a moment on each rep. Try not to just hit and then fall back down. You want to make sure that you're reaching that balance before you come back down into your hollow. If you're struggling to keep that hollow position, or if you're struggling to get up to that balance position, I want you to use the bent knee rock as your substitute today, because I think you get more bang out of your buck trying to build yourself into a more advanced progression on that tuck up, which is going to be getting the legs longer and then getting the arms longer so that you can find a proper starting position. So if you need to sub, let's go 15 bent knee rocks. Every time your hips come up, that's a rep. So it's 1, 2, 3, and so on. If you're doing tuck-ups today, be ready to split those up into 2 to 3 sets in order to get to 15. I'd rather see that and you hold a good hollow position on the ground versus reps starting to get sloppy and you banging out 15 unbroken. On your dumbbell complex today, pick a weight that is difficult, but a weight that will allow you to get through both sides without having to take a break. So you should be able to roll right from those 5 suitcase into those 5 lateral, into those 5 hang power cleans. It's a short Metcon today, so we need to keep our work rate pretty high throughout. Score today will be rounds and reps. Good luck on today's workout, and we'll see you back for Tuesday's workout.